Hello everybody and welcome back. So moving ahead, today we are going to talk about the remaining question of balance laws and the variation formulation. So we are going to start from here, section 4.4 in the paper. So we have derived these equations of linear momentum conservation and balance of angular momentum. Now if we see these expressions, we have these equations in terms of the stress resultants, force resultant and moment resultants, but the constitutive law which we will have from VAM will be in terms of the components which are resolved along certain coordinates. So we need to have the weak form developed in terms of the components only. So we are going to write these stress resultants, both force and moments, in terms of certain components, and we have two options as we have already seen. One is the convected basis frame, which have the tangents along the coordinate lines, and the third vector is along the director vector, and both of these need not be perpendicular to each other. That means the plane formed by the convected basis vectors will need not be perpendicular to the director vector. And the second reference frame is orthogonal director frame, which is a Cartesian plane. That means the three basis vectors are mutually perpendicular and orthogonal, but they will have different orientations as we move along the surface of the shell. So these are the two frames. So in the first kind of formulation in this paper series, we have two different kinds of formulations. First, we have a fully displacement based formulation where we are going to resolve the stress and moment resultants in terms of the convected basis. And we second is the orthogonal director frame, which will be used in the mixed variation formulation, which we are going to see later on. So right now we'll be talking about the convected basis frame and resolve the stress and moment resultants along these. So first we have t comma alpha vector, which is the derivative of director vector with respect to the coordinate directions, and since this is going to appear in the expressions of angular momentum balance equations and other places, so we need to eliminate that. So first we write the expression of that in terms of phi comma mu and t vectors. Okay, the components which we get are lambda mu alpha and lambda 3 alpha, and these are related to shear strains in this manner. So thus we are going to write, and then this we are going to need from the theory wherever we are developing our 2D constitutive law, for example VAM in our case, and we'll be needing this basically. And apart from this, we also write the stress resultants and moment resultants resolved along convected basis, and these are the components which are not symmetric. Now all of these are the terms which are appearing in the expression of balance of angular momentum, which we derived from the sigma is equal to sigma transpose expression back over here. Okay, one second. Yeah, this place. Okay, so we have this n comma alpha, t comma alpha, m tilde alpha, and l. All of these are appearing, and we have the expressions of all of these resolved along the convected basis. So we simply substitute over here, and after a few manipulation and some steps, we get this equation. So this derivation I am going to show over here. So yes, this is the starting point, and we substitute these expressions into this equation, and what we get is this. Okay, this is clear. And then by combining the terms of phi comma beta and cross phi comma alpha, which is appearing over here and also over here, by changing a few indices as it is written over here. And in every place where I am changing some indices, I have made mention of it. So in this term, this is how the indices are changed. This term has t cross t, so this becomes 0, and all the other terms fall out in their proper form. When we consider, like here we want the terms to be t cross, so we consider all the terms which have t cross. And so we take the t cross term first and then write the remaining part, and this is what we will get. So so this is the same equation which is there in the paper. So this equation we obtain, and we can see that if we take dot product with t, this term will become 0 because this is perpendicular to t, and we will be left with just this term, and this is what we are calling here is E alpha beta, whose value will be either +1 or -1 depending upon whether alpha and beta are same or different. So no, I'm sorry, alpha beta, if they are same, this value is going to be 0, and if they are 1 2, let's say its value is some positive value. If they are 2 1, the value will be just negative of that, so we'll have a factor of -1 in these two sets of terms. So basically what we get is this whole term and a negative of that term added together is making it equal to 0. So what essentially it means is that this, if we write as n tilde beta alpha, so this is going to be symmetric. That is what is meant when we substitute these components resolved along the convected basis into the balance of angular momentum equation. So we get, like we have in 3D, sigma is equal to sigma transpose. Here we have n tilde beta alpha is equal to n tilde beta alpha transpose. So 2D stress resultant has to be symmetric when it is written in this particular format. So now, having substituted such a symmetric n tilde beta alpha back into this equation 4.23, we basically cancel out this term, okay, and we are left with this second term. So that means the whatever is inside this bracket has to be along t for the equation to be satisfied. So then we get the expression of L, okay, which is across the thickness is stress resultant, and we get L is equal to lambda t, lambda is some constant, plus this term, and from here we define q tilde alpha as this q alpha minus lambda 3 mu m tilde alpha mu, that is this term. So in terms of q tilde alpha, we get the expression of L as this. So this will be using along with this n alpha and m tilde alpha in the variational formulation. So that completes the section 4 of the first part of the paper series, and now we are in section 5. So we have, what we have now is the balance of linear momentum, balance of angular momentum, and now we are going to satisfy these equations in terms of the variational formulation. So there are two ways to look at the variational formulation. One is through the energy method or principle of virtual work, and secondly through the reduced stress power relationships as it is given in section 5. So first we will look through in this format, and then we look through the other approach also. So if we consider the three-dimensional theory, and by making use of the kinematic assumption which we have, that means how we have described the shell surface as combination of phi and t maps, we can see that the stress power can be defined in terms of the first Euler-Kirchhoff stress and the deformation gradient in this manner: P f dot dv. Okay, and this can be easily derived to get this, and this is the actual form in terms of the 2D stress resultants that we are going to use to develop our weak formulation. So it is very easy to derive this, and 2-3 steps we can derive this. So first we substitute for the mapping which we have for the shell configuration, and then using just a few of the container mechanics results, we can easily get this equation, which we can recognize some of the terms which are already derived and which are representing basically the stress resultants. So then we get this equation. So we now have this equation, and this is the equation where we are going to substitute the expressions of stress resultants resolved along the convected basis in terms of the components n tilde beta alpha, which is mentioned over here. See, this one and this one L over here, and we are going to make it more concise and more explicit in terms of this component which we are going to get directly from the dimensional reduction model, okay, basically our WAM. So now there is an important point which we have to make note, and that is this one. This n alpha and m tilde alpha are actually resolved along the convected basis phi comma beta and t. So if we are developing our theory in WAM, we should resolve our stress resultants along convected basis first. That is the first option. This we have already mentioned in the instructions which we have given in one of the earlier emails. So this is how we are going to resolve it, and after that, this one operation we need to make on the components which we get of n beta alpha minus lambda beta mu. Lambda beta mu is coming from the components of t comma alpha, how we are going to resolve t comma alpha along the convected basis. So those lambda beta mu are going to be utilized, and m tilde alpha mu, which is the components of m tilde alpha along the convected basis. So this will give us n tilde beta alpha, and that is going to be used inside this equation, which is the weak formulation equation, or variation formulation equation, which we are going to develop very shortly using this stress power. Okay, so this is basically nothing but the static weak form, static part of the weak form. So if we look at the momentum equations, directly multiplying the force terms with the virtual work, with the virtual displacements, we get these three terms. So we'll see that shortly. So actually this video has become already quite long, so I am thinking that I will do the variation formulation in the next video. So we are going to stop at this point now. I will continue in the next video.